Alright guys, so getting into the second game of the night. I don't know if I'm going to be able to I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Katarina, man, coming out. I mean, Barrick Shadow's not even playing. I don't even think anyone here plays Katarina. Dude. I'm in tears. People are chatting with me. Janet banned, Zed banned, Oriana. I'm glad to see Fiora banned out against the Sratstars. Poor Sushi with the instant lock. Oh my goodness, people stop chatting me. Okay, honestly, there's no way people don't know that your Katarina's good after that game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bill. But you guys... So the implications of playoffs... If Black Turtles lose here, they're 9-5. If Black Turtles lose here, that means that Dictator Sue's Winnies might be the first team... Yeah. The first team that... or to make the playoffs, because they'll be at the top of the leaderboard with the highest record without any ties. If Dictator Sue's Winnies win their other game tonight, and then if Black Turtles lose at least one of their games tonight. So this game is definitely very important, and it might even be more important to the Sratstars, who are 7-7 at the moment. So we just saw one of the 7-7 teams lose. Let me update that. The Shrekkening are 7-8. So it's going to be very, very hard for them to try and make it into the playoffs. They need to win their next 3 games and might even need to get a little bit lucky. But Sratstars, they want to win this game to knock Black Turtles down a peg and to boost their own chances. True. 20-minute stream games are easy. Or it's easier to stay engaged in. But, like, there was no competition there. So it's not always fun to watch. I mean, that was pretty good, though. Dude, your Penta got stolen. But, Akimata and Sushi locking in their carry roles. Akimata on Ezreal, interesting to see. I'm curious if he's going to go tier, which I've seen a lot of people, and I actually like tier a lot, since I think blue build Ezreal is actually very strong right now. Or if he'll just go Triforce or some other form build. Ezreal's very flexible right now, so it's a good flex pick. Pretty sure Pyric Shadow's a redhead. He has no soul. Shadowhawk gonna lock in Braum. Braum Ezreal's actually a very strong lane because Ezreal's Mystic Shot will proc the stun of Braum, so that's interesting and pretty good choice there. Can also negate Nodaba's Q or the wave as well. Alright, seriously. Crimson Cat and Gimpy said, are they going to lock in the circle comp? No. Crimson Cat, is he going to play Heimer into Syndra? That actually would be a very weird pick, because Syndra can pick up Heimerdonger's turrets and throw them at him. They have a little bit of time left, so they could switch. We are seeing the... Actually, Crimson Cat's going mid. So this is going to be a top lane. Wait, top lane Pantheon. Gimpy said it likes playing carry tops. So top lane Pantheon. Crimson Cat is going to go jungle Fiddlesticks, actually. I think that's incredibly strong right now. And that is a great teamfight pick. So at the moment, I'd give the advantage to Sratstars teamfight simply because of that Fiddlesticks. It's looking like Black Turtles are sort of going for more poke. They have Gaz 1, 2, 3 on the Kazakhs. They have Ezreal and they have Syndra, which are very strong champions, long range. Even Braum actually is sort of engage based, but he also has poke potential. So that composition, as far as team fights are concerned, though, they're just going to get destroyed if if Meow Meow WW purr can get the ultimates that he wants. I'm just going to call him Meow because he intentionally switched his name to that, and I'm not going to pronounce it every time he does something. Poor OPOP, will he play that tank role like he normally does for his team? Yes, but which champion is going to be on? It's going to be on Malphite. So, I mean, fairly standard picks from both of these teams. Like I mentioned, more poke than engage for the Black Turtles, while Sratstars don't really mind fights. They have ton of CC with the Fiddle Fear, with the Nami Bubble, with the Nami Wave, with the Morgana Ultimate, with the Morgana Binding, with the Pantheon Ultimate Slow, and with the Pantheon Targeted Stun. So they can definitely initiate fights on their terms. And if they do team fight, I'm a little bit worried for the Black Turtles, since Kha'Zix is pretty squishy early. But we'll have to see. As always, guys, I'm going to take a quick caster break, let you guys listen to some music, and we'll get into the game very soon.
Can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines. But always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout the days. Come find me and we will play.
So we can hear the sounds of the rift as the teams are loading in. Let me get that. I am, I think this is Razor. Am I stupid? Yeah, it's Razor, right? Yeah, it's the Black Widow. So Crimson Cat on his mid Morgana. He does like playing that a lot. Interesting to see how that's going to stack up against Black Turtle's captain, Poro Sushi Syndra. Also going to be interesting. I do like that in 420 these jungle patches or like major jungle changes. There's so many differences now in how people can approach the jungle, and as I mentioned before, Kha'Zix kind of has a hard time. He has to recall early. Ooh, I'm Joshua. Needs to be careful. Poro Sushi trying to scout him out. Nodaba and I'm Joshua. Gonna take a bit of poke there, but should be fine. So if we see Gaz 1, 2, 3 have to recall early, and Meow can sustain in jungle, he might get an early gank before Kha'Zix can gank.
Minions have spawned.
Oh, you're right. I did not notice that at all. Poro POP had to blow Flash. Probably just ran into Crimson Cat. Or no, who did he run into? Oh. Huh. So I didn't catch that for you guys, but that is something good to notice. Good eye. Scumbag Teemo. So fairly standard start. Fiddlesticks does want to keep that drain up and mana in pocket, so he is going to start blue buff and will be able to sustain around the map. Gimpy Setter on Pantheon. Pantheon is pretty strong. However, Malphite has a lot of tankiness. Okay, well maybe not level 1, as Gimpy Setter is actually poking pretty well. His Q is going to be up, so he might get a little bit more damage again. They're probably just farming for 2 right now. Plus, the spear does take a lot of mana, so Gimpy Setter is fairly low on that front. I think Poro POP will be fine on Malphite against Pantheon. That's not a huge problem for him just because he can stack armor so well. Crimson Cat actually out farming Poro Sushi right now. Poro Sushi's trying to push it into the Sratstars turret, but it's not worth if he loses a lot of CS for it. Yeah, see, Gimpy Setter actually has a little bit more mana than Poro POP, but is getting poked down. Now, Gaz123 trying to make a roam or gank happen here, but decides not to do so. Poro POP is pushing into Gimpy Setter's turret, so not much is going to happen there. Fiddlesticks is just taking this time to clear his camps out. The Raptors give True Vision for a couple of seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he didn't smite it, though. Oh, Scumbag Teemo is that rabbit. Word. Now Meow trying to make a gank in the mid lane. Poro Sushi flashes away, but Crimson Cat hasn't used Binding yet. Binding will miss. And Poro Sushi was a little bit sloppy there from Meow and Crimson Cat. Meow should have tried to land the fear not into minions, and I guess poor Sushi got lucky that he like walked into minions so Crimson Cat could land that binding, but that is a flash from in the mid lane down. Meow's flash is down as well, but this gives an advantage to Crimson Cat in the 1v1 for sure, as poor Sushi also had to recall. Gama almost getting stunned up there, but does not. Very, very even lane right now. Poor Akimata is full mana, while I'm Joshua. Ooh, misses that minion. Missing a couple of minions and is very low on mana now. Poor OPOP went for a Chain Vest, but even that isn't enough to stop Gimpy Setter's damage. Pantheon pickup really, really good. He's bullying this Malphite out. Gonna recall now, have a decent amount of golden pocket. Might pick up a couple long swords and maybe boots. Fairly quiet so far. Both junglers more or less just going around their jungle, clearing buffs, clearing camps out. We did see a little bit of that aggression in the mid lane from poor Sushi, and Kaz is going to walk over ward now. Starting to do the Scuttle Crab. Probably is going to be able to pick it up for free. Yes, he does. I might do a little bit of counter ganking. Fiddlesticks is pretty vulnerable to Kha'Zix in jungle. However, Fiddlesticks is nowhere to be seen. Actually, Sratstars bot lane is pushed up. Guys, 1, 2, 3 looking for what could be a potentially huge gank right now. Poor Akimata is taken pretty low though. They engage from Shadow or from CCL, lands the first Q, and an amazing bubble from Nodaba. I'm Josh will flash away, and the Brawl passive not applied yet to Nodaba. Yes, it is now, but they're gonna be enough to get away for now, at least. As poor Sushi misses his stun, that is rare from him. He has his ultimate available, but it looks like from now that Sratstars bot lane is gonna get away, only having to blow one flash in exchange for the exhaust out of Braum. And Crimson Cat actually might get a kill into Gaz. No, gets the binding and the pool, but decides not to go for it as poor Sushi goes right there. However, Meow is trying to get a gank, but he's walking over a ton of wards. So we could see a 2v2 fight here. Poor Sushi doesn't have flash, remember. Is he gonna get hit by the binding? No, binding narrowly misses. As both junglers and both mid laners back off. That was very, very close. Could have been potentially huge in favor of the Sratstars. Gimpy Setter now fighting poor OPOP. It's pretty close. I mean, both champions are sort of chunked, but I give the advantage to Gimpy Setter, slightly out trading Malphite. He's a little bit ahead, but that's more or less inconsequential at this point. 3 or 4 creeps. And actually, the only lane that has any sort of a marginal difference is that 10 to 12 creep advantage to Crimson Cat, doing very well in this Morgana pickup. And giving poor Sushi a run for his money. If you asked me who the best mid laners were in this league, I'd probably put poor Sushi up there. And I mean, results speak more than words, and he's definitely had good results. Poor OPOP now gonna get ganked out. The silence will land. He immediately Malphite ults away though. Very good at Unstoppable Force to get out alive. I don't think Meow is gonna dive him, but that is a fairly important ultimate coming out of Malphite that's down for 120 seconds. Yeah, but poor Sushi is one of the best mid laners because he can win 1v1. And honestly though, Crimson Cat has got a little bit of help, but same as for poor Sushi, and help coming in. Meow is going to flash in, gets the fear, and the ult coming out of Crimson Cat. Poor Sushi is going to go down. First blood over to Meow, WW, purr. He is taking... Oh my goodness, that was a phenomenal gank coming out of Meow simply because his flash was up before Syndra's, and he knew that. He has the mastery that reduces summoner spell cooldowns, and now they might look to take this red buff. He smited it early though, so Gaz doesn't get the steal, but the jump in and the Fear onto Boro, POP, Gimpy Setter. Who are they going to target now? They're out-leveling Black Trails for sure, but they probably don't want to fight this since Boro Sushi has respawned and is coming back. But that's just going to extend that advantage that I was talking about even further in Crimson Cat's favor. And that's really bad. I mean, Crimson Cat going to get stunned, but he should be fine here. Poor Sushi needs to be careful. Gimpy Setter is going to be able to land the stun. Black Shield, Flash in. Crimson Cat is going to take a lot of damage. Black Shield to Gimpy Setter, but they might actually be able to get a kill here. Gimpy Setter does have Flash available. No, he does not. Can the Ignite get the kill? It doesn't. But Poro Sushi is without Flash again, and I'm sure that No Daba is going to, or the Sratstars are going to try and gank that mid lane again as soon as Fiddlestick's ultimate comes up. That binding landed, that probably was it. So much focus onto Poro Sushi though, and he is the captain of the Black Turtles. And Sratstars is definitely respecting that. Putting him so far behind, I mean, the major gold difference, it's about 1,500 gold, and 600-700 of that is simply in that mid lane. That is definitely not good, because Syndra is known to be such a strong bully. And it's probably not the last gank we've seen in the mid lane. For now, though, bot lane getting ganked. I'm Joshua's very low, but lands the Ardent Blaze onto CCO. Are they going to go for more? No, they're not. Ezreal misses his spells. Would have been nice to get a little bit of counter poke onto I'm Joshua. But Gaz123 is in the area and might try to gank as soon as some of these players recall. Meow actually is going to get hit by a Mystic Shot, and I'm Joshua staying around. They did have vision of that, so very smart stuff there. To Akimata, and this Ezreal ultimate does clip I'm Joshua, so they're not letting them recall, and they might try to take Baron as soon as Meow and I'm Joshua go away. The gank coming in from Meow, but he has walked over a couple of wards to get here. Very nice vision control coming out of the red team. Look how they are absolutely cognizant and very fearful of this Fiddlesticks pick. And basically every entrance out of the jungle, except for slightly this top side, has all been warded down. So very nice stuff there coming out of Black Turtle's defensive warding. Crimson Cat now, a little bit of a tricky spot. If Poor Sushi landed the stun, they probably would engage in that 2v1. But he doesn't, so for now, Crimson Cat still fine and dandy. Gaz123, he's a little bit ahead in farm, but I mean, more or less 3 CS, even if it is in the jungle, isn't that significant, and I really would like to see him gank some of his lanes. Because Meow has definitely been trying to gank. And he is going to try and get this dive going on. CCO is chunked very low, but all ultimates available and summoner spells from the bot lane of the Black Turtles. The ultimate coming in. Shadowhawk is going to be taken low. CCO, excuse me, does go down, and Turret might as well. 2 successful ganks, like I was saying. Meow Meow per WW, or whatever his name is, has been absolutely out jungling Gaz123 right now. And is rewarded for not only a kill, but also a turret and a dragon.
Blue team slain the dragon.
2,000 gold lead now after 13 minutes, and Poro POP is going to get engaged on by this Pantheon ultimate. Gets slowed down, going to be chunked pretty low, but he should be able to get away. Yes, he does. No Daba going to move very, very aggressively. Can he get the blue buff? And no, he does not. Cheeky though, and I like him being so aggressive, knowing his limits as well. The wards from Black Turtles had all expired at that point, so he figured why the hell not, might as well try and get this blue buff. And that, if he got it, that would have been absolutely phenomenal. So, sort of a mid-risk, high-reward situation for him, and he didn't get the blue buff, but he did handle that well. Gonna keep trying to make those plays to snowball their advantage even more. Meow is getting so strong at that Fiddlesticks that they might look to even start grouping together and trying to counter jungle and put Gauge 1-2-3 behind. Either way, they are quite a bit ahead, and ooh, Gimpy Setter is gonna get stunned. Is poor POP gonna get baited to fight here? Meow does not have his Crow Storm up quite yet. Wow, very smart ward out of poor POP. Will spot Meow. And Meow's gonna clear it, but that keeps poor POP alive, and now they will know where he is. Fiddlesticks is in the top lane, however, in the mid lane now, poor Sushi's gonna be taken very low. Can he land the Q? No, it misses. Poor Sushi's Ignite is still ticking. Crimson Cat has Flash available. Can he land the Binding? The stun lands on the Crimson Cat, and actually, poor Sushi might get out alive. Mid lane, tons of action, but no kills, as both trade relatively even. Poor Sushi has a pot ticking, but he cannot stay to defend this wave. Gaz 1-2-3 is also pretty low, but Binding or stun lands, they might just try and tower die this. The Binding misses, and Ezreal ult comes out for the clear, so Blackstone's bot lane definitely helping out there. CCO barely misses, or barely dodged that bubble. But Gaz 1-2-3 still in a little bit of danger. Uh-oh, he's gonna do his Grom. And it looks like Sratstars won't notice that. But they will notice this juicy turret in the mid lane only being protected by the support, and so low already. 2 turrets now and 2 kills for the Sratstars, almost a 3,000 gold lead. Remember, if you are Dictator Sue's Winions fan, or you're one of the members watching this game, you love this. You want the Sratstars to lose, because if they lose and Dictator Sue's Winions win another game, they are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Pantheon ult coming into the mid lane. Gaz has to jump away as he gets slowed. Poor Sushi now gets feared up and bound down. This is going to be a kill over. Who's going to go to? Does go to Meow Meow. W per. 2-0-1 of this Fiddlesticks has been part of every kill and every decision really his team has made. The CCO now going to get ulted on. The ult comes in and the fear onto CCO. The flashes away and gets out. But Gaz now gets engaged on. The stun will land onto the CCO, and CCO gets killed by Gimpy Setter. They might be looking for more now. Sratstars is looking so strong. And this Fiddlesticks pick, I mean, as I mentioned before, Fiddlesticks is so strong. And but you still have to play it well, and Meow Meow Per has definitely done a good job playing this Fiddlesticks so far. 2v4 situation for Black Turtles, but they might fancy a fight since they are full HP and Sratstars are not. But at this point, poor POP decides not to go for it, and that's really nice for the Sratstars, because the entire time Joshua was pushing this bot wave, does get bot turret. Now they have 3 turrets down and 4 kills as well. No turrets and no kills even for the Black Turtles. They are behind 5,000 gold now after 17 minutes as poor Sushi gets bound by Crimson Cat. Very nice snipe there. And Black Turtles are going to try to maybe seize this turret, but I don't think they'll have the damage to take it down or even scare the Sratstars off at this point. Binding actually lands. Nodaba gets black shielded, but took all the damage already. A little bit of a miscue there, but poor Sushi did blow that ultimate. So that's very nice for the Sratstars. They're going to be able to keep this wave alive. Akimana's ultimate whiffs completely. That's 2 carries with 2 ultimates down. Dragon up in about a minute. Both of the ultimates should be up by then. But this does give time over to the Sratstars to push for that objective control. They have the first buff already, so that's probably the most significant buff until you get the last one. However, knowing that they could push waves better once they get the second buff is definitely something they're going to try and do. Oh, I forgot how to disable this. Alright, cool. Crimson Cat, man, to be honest, he hasn't hit too many bindings, but he's been in a position where he can keep throwing them, and then has landed a couple that have been the clutch bindings that his team needs. And he already does so much damage with those pools and those soul shackles, so he needs to land bindings anyway, right? Flash is, or teleport is up for poor OPOP, but Gimpy Setter has his ultimate up available as well, so I doubt that there's going to be any sort of teleporting or help if a dragon fight happens. But for now, it looks like the top laners are perfectly happy duking it out themselves. Poor POP taken low. And Gimpy Setter feels confident fighting this, knowing that there's no help. As actually, Meow Meow Purr is going to get a kill onto Syndra. Hold on, let's go back and see that. Poor Sushi loves the Syndra, but this has not been his game. Meow Meow Purr. Ooh, they didn't spot him on the ward. He's just going to get the ultimate in and get a solo kill. That fear is just so long. Oh my goodness. And Morgana will pick up an assist, and this is perfect timing for Sratstars as Dragon has just respawned, and actually Gimpy Setter gets a kill onto Malphite. CCO is going to get bound and probably will go down here as well. Nodaba will pick that up for himself. Blue buff. Can Gaz123 get it? Yes, he smites it away. But this is absolute domination coming out of Sratstars. Smite is now down, so Gaz isn't going to be able to steal it. So they will probably feel confident to start this Dragon and might even go for more.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Just quickly going to go to that 1v1 the top lane. Gimpy Setter had poked down poor POP so much. Just pretty standard tower dive. Whew. We've seen some pretty one-sided games so far. First Dictator Sue's winning, now the Sratstars. They're 7-0, looking to get that perfect game, and it's pretty much all on this Fiddlesticks pick. Ooh, Gimpy Setter, be careful. Meow Meow W Purr has had an absolutely phenomenal game. And most likely, we could see a Fiddlesticks ban in the future. Gimpy Setter now being a little bit reckless, is trying to take this red buff, but is getting cornered. 3 members of Black Turtles are going to engage. He will go down. Poor Sushi picks up his first kill of the game. That's the first kill for the Black Turtles in general, so that's very nice for them to pick up. Gimpy Setter had the right idea. You definitely want to push when you're so far ahead, but he had no assistance from his team, and he is not the most fed champion that they have, so a little bit of overconfidence there. Haha. Poor Sushi managed to get the minion, but at what cost? Pantheon ult coming in. Gaz123 is going to get stunned and knocked up. Gimpy Setter is going to go down to the Syndra ultimate. No, he will not. I'm Joshua now. Going to fight CCO. CCO flashes away, but the culling coming in. Exhaust and flash coming out of Nodaba. Gets the exhaust and the slow. But poor OP is there, but he doesn't have his ultimate available. Bubble lands, and so does Binding. Poor Sushi now surely will go down. Yes, he does. Poor OP is stunned as well. Flash over the wall, but gets bound by the soul shackles. That will be another kill over to Meow Meow Purr. 11-1 in favor of the Sratstars, and they will get turret and maybe even more with this push.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Crimson Cat Binding barely misses. Black Turtles are respawning, so this might be a risky tower take, but they are as 5, and Gimpy Setter can take tank with his Aegis of Legion. Tower is still doing damage, but Meow Meow Purr will get shut down. Ezreal picks up that kill. Turret finally goes down. Nodaba now needs to get out alive. Doesn't have flash, remember. CCO, same situation though. They pick up 1 kill, and they get a nice shutdown onto Fiddlesticks, but that's still probably worth, as that turret is very, very important. And having taken that down, Sratstars is probably going to be super comfortable in just sieging as 5 mid. Gaz123. Oh my goodness. Crimson Cat got the kill by landing the binding and the, oh my goodness, the well, and he might do it again. Crimson Cat's doing so much damage to Gaz123. Crimson Cat is going to get flashed and ulted on, or just ulted on, I should say, by the unstoppable force that is Malphite. So another kill in favor of Black Turtles, actually going to put a little bit of a
Blue team's turret has been
fight up before they go down. If they go down at all, they are only 8,000 gold behind now. Not too bad. They can definitely come back from this. And Nodaba goes down as well. Meow Meow Purr has his ultimate available, so I'm pretty sure the Black Turtles are going to back off here. But Sratstars definitely need a group up. They don't want to throw this lead. They just gave away 3 kills in a matter of a couple of minutes. So if they were to group as 5, they can probably win the team fights very, very easily, especially because their team comp is so adept at team fighting. So I'd like to see them just group up mid, take the inhibitor, and then roam and maybe take other turrets or Baron. Crimson Cat coming back to the mid lane. Black Turtles just going to clear this wave out. I don't think they want to start a fight. Gimpy Setter now doing the smart decision in the top lane, backing off as he doesn't know where his enemies are, but he might actually try to engage as well. Gaz123 is going to be caught between a Nami and a Pantheon right now. That's not what he wants. Has to pop his ultimate, but gets stunned up. Gaz123 chunked to 1/3 of his HP now. CCO going to try and protect him. Gaz, can he get away? Culling comes in and flash, but still, I'm Joshua will pick up the kill onto Gaz. And the Binding Land, CCO sure to go down as well. Fear and Bubble onto Akibata. Engage coming out of poor OPOP, and is it enough? A ton of damage, and Gimpy Setter will go down. Meow Meow W purr is going to have so much ability to sustain himself, though, with that drain. Poor Sushi dodges the binding, and this is still a fight in favor of Sratstars. Now, 3 for 1, as Akimata and Sushi are still alive, but this is definitely good for the Sratstars. They are grouped as 4, and will take down this mid inhibitor, and might just rotate to Baron. Or Dragon. Blue buff picked up by Meow Meow W Purr, so they didn't go for Dragon, but they get blue buff, and we might actually see a fight here. Meow Meow Purr's gonna be regenerating that mana quite a bit. I'm Joshua, would probably like to recall and pick up some gold, but they don't want the Black Turtles to get this Dragon, because it will mean they get the second Dragon buff. Oh no, it's the first, which will give them pretty massive combat stats, honestly. They will get the Scuttle Crab, so they have vision of the dragon, and we're sure to see a fight here. 5v5, Black Turtles are so far behind, but can they get the fight they want? Dragon goes over to Gaz123, and poor Sushi's going to get engaged on, immediately goes down. I'm Joshua's unstoppable. Counter engage. I'm Joshua gets shut down by Gaz123, but now Black Turtles, can they kill everyone before Meow Meow Purr kills them? No, it doesn't seem like they can. Gimpy Setter is going to get caught, and Gaz123 might be able to actually jump away. He does. Poor OP with a very nice kill. And a jump away from Gaz123. Meow Meow Purr and Crimson Cat will probably pick this up. Yes, they do. And that is a 4 for 3 in favor of the Sratstars. However, Dragon going over to Black Turtles and a couple of misplays there coming out of the Sratstars means that fight is probably worth for the Black Turtles in the long run, as they did pick up that first Dragon buff, which is absolutely huge, and also denied third Dragon buff. A little bit of poking at the Baron as they begin the Baron dance. 1 second. So as I mentioned in Champ Select, Black Turtles have a very heavy poke composition, whereas Sratstars want to fight. If Black Turtles can poke down Sratstars sufficiently before the fight starts, they have a chance to come back into this game. Still have a lot of work to do, though, as they are 9,000 gold behind. Fiddlesticks and Morgana have both completed those Zonias, so that's going to be really, really rough for them to get those kills. Crimson Cat actually meets Gaz123, doesn't go for a binding. I'm not sure if the Sratstars know that that's warded, but it looks like they're just going to go into the top lane, rotate. Poor Sushi. Very nice two-man stun there from poor Sushi. Otherwise, he would have been an absolute bind, so to speak. Alright, I'm done with the bad puns. But anyway, I'm Joshua gets stunned up again. Poor Sushi landing a lot of those stuns. The flash engaged, but amazing black shield coming out of Crimson Cat. And this is dangerous. Poor Sushi just blew everything to get a kill, and he only did about half damage to the 80 carry. So the Sratstars might want to fight this. Malphite has to be careful as he's down to about a third HP. Sratstars might even feel comfortable enough to just tower dive this with Fiddlesticks and Pantheon. But for now, Malphite recalls and poor Sushi looking to do the same. A minion wave is coming up, but without a cannon creep, so I'm not sure how strong Sratstars' siege potential is going to be. They need to land the poke they have with the bindings and the bubbles and the crow storms, or with the bouncing crow before the fight starts, because this new tower is so effective at blocking sieges with its shields that it provides to itself and to its own team. So red inhibitor in the mid lane is about to respawn, but Sratstars still want to try and get this turret, but it's so hard to siege against. They have a cannon creep this wave. And Gaz 123 and the poor OP aren't there. Yeah, Shadowhawk's going to get bound, and the engage, no, that's just to send him back, and he does. CCO will jump back to his teammates, which gives the turret over to the Sratstars, and they rotate as 5 into the mid lane and are going to try to pick up this inhibitor. Amazing 3-man shockwave, or 3-man stun coming out of poor Sushi. But he doesn't have flash or ignite, remember. Blue turret does go down. That's definitely good for the Black Turtles. They're going to try and solve this out with a poke that they have. Poor Sushi missing that stun. And Boro POP, they're actually pushing Sratstars back. Very impressive. Impressive stuff that the Black Turtles actually stopping the push and managing to force a recall out of the Sratstars. Still 9,000 gold behind, but fighting very, very well. So, Sratstars not in position for this dragon. This could be great for the Black Turtles. Crimson Cat will land a body on CCO, but they're taking this dragon down so quickly. And actually, poor Akimata is going to get bubbled, and the engage coming from Pantheon. Poor Akimata has to flash away, and Pantheon is here. Will we see the 5v5 fight? Poor Sushi gets a kill into Nodaba. No, Nodaba stays alive. The Fiddlesticks ults in, but it's only on poor OPOP. Shadowhawk is going to take it solo and does go down. The culling will go wide, but poor OPOP sure to go down to I'm Joshua, and yes, he does. 3 for 1 so far. Lucian with the double kill. Sratstars are looking for more. Nodaba's going to get flashed and killed. Meow Meow Purr and Nodaba are down. Support and jungler, which means that the damage threats are still alive. Gimpy Setter actually taken very low from Ezreal. Great, great block there from his passive. I'm Joshua. Does he have his Relentless Pursuit up? No. So right now it's a 2v3 situation, but Gimpy Setter and Crimson Cat are quite low. This is the poke I was mentioning before. Can they poke them down low enough to save this inhibitor? It looks like they won't. And the engage onto Gaz123. Gaz123, before he can jump away, does go down. And I'm Joshua now. Flashes to get out. Shut down onto Gaz123 and inhibitor over to Sratstars. So still really impressive fighting from Black Turtles, but it's just not enough. Yeah, Kha'Zix is going very tanky. He has Warrior, if I'm not mistaken. His Stalker's played Warrior, but at this point he's so far behind. Meow Meow W Purr does a ton of damage, and he has to stay alive so he can provide that poke for his team. Sratstars now with mid inhibitor down again. They might feel comfortable just to start this Baron up. Fiddlestick's Drain does take it down very, very quickly and also keeps your team relatively healed. Poor OPOP, however, is pushing this bot lane, and if Sratstars don't address it, he might do a decent amount of damage to the turrets. The proxy farm. Poor OPOP, I don't exactly know what he's doing. He needs to be careful. There's a lot of cooldown reduction coming out of Gimpy Setter with that blue buff. The top laners are duking it out. Oh, actually, I'm Joshua goes down to poor Sushi. More interesting fight in the mid lane. Hold on, I'm gonna recall what happened here. Crimson Cat gets stunned, and will he go down? No. Great Zonius to keep himself alive, but I'm Joshua now is caught out of position. Both carries are caught out of position from Sratstars. This could definitely be the fight Black Turtles were looking for. No Daba is gonna Banshee's Veil, and Meow Meow Purr will go win. Caw gets 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kill. 3 kills so far for Fiddlesticks. Meow Meow W Purr definitely making a name for himself, I should say. Gaz 1, 2, 3 will jump away, but the turnaround fight, Meow Meow W Purr is so far ahead on this Fiddlesticks pick that even though they got this Black Turtles got 2 picks onto the 2 carries of the Sratstars, he could just instantly decimate their entire team. Gaz 1, 2, 3 right now is going to try and stop this Baron take, but he's in a 1v4 situation. Needs to be absolutely careful. Nodaba's taken pretty low, and Gimpy Setter's actually going to start fighting Gaz 1, 2, 3. This is interesting. He's in a 2v1 right now. And the Sratstars aren't taking this Baron exceptionally quickly. Poor OPOP is going to get stunned up as well. Ezreal coming in. Gaz does jump in. Crimson Cat gets a kill onto Kha'Zix. And Ezreal ultimate will pick up the Baron. Very nice stuff there out of poor Akimata to get that snipe. And even though they were behind, Black Turtles still fighting incredibly well and trying to stay in this game. Throwing all that damage off. Meow Meow W Purr couldn't even actually get Smite off in time. The Ezreal killed it after Gaz jumped in and got the Smite. So now, combat stats in favor of Black Turtles. They could come back to win this game. Oh, Gaz 1, 2, 3 has Banshee's. Very nice poke there. Looking at the gold difference, it's probably all Fiddlesticks. Actually, no, Gaz is only 1,000 gold behind. The biggest difference is in this 80 carry matchup. Gaz 1, 2, 3 is going to be feared, but he is so tanky that I don't know. Yeah, he should be fine. Black Turtles all making it out alive. And now the Sratstars need to be careful. They don't want to throw their lead any more than they already have. Red Inhibitor has respawned again, and actually forced out of Meow Meow W Purr. They're going to pick this dragon up, and that movement speed boost could be very, very nice for Fiddlesticks. CCO is going to absorb most of that culling, and a huge ultimate from Ezreal will do a ton of damage to the Sratstars. They do pick up Dragon, which means they have that 5% movement speed boost, and CCO is going to get caught out now, and Gaz 1, 2, 3 narrowly dodges the knockup. And Gimpy Setter's totally out of position. I think he's just engaged without his team, though. He goes down into 1-for-1 so far. Poor Akimata flash away, but gets caught up by Crimson Cat. Crimson Cat now with the Soul Shackles will land on poor Akimata, and he goes down to Meow Meow Purr. Kaz123 gets away, and Unstoppable Force coming out of Poro POP keeps him alive, but Sratstars pick up 2 kills for 1 as well as Dragon, and they're going to take this inhibitor for a 3rd time this game. Nodava, oh man, poor Sushi gets bound and then bubbled. Double CC combo, and this is very bad for Black Turtles. There aren't any minions, so actually Sratstars aren't going to be able to push any more. Especially since poor Akamata is about to recall or respawn, but they might just wait for minions to push, but it's pushing against them, so that's a little bit of a misplay there. So Sratstars are still ahead, about 11,000 gold ahead, but they have been ahead basically all game, and seemingly by this amount as well. Black Turtles, if they can stall for much longer, once everyone gets to 6 items, it's more or less equal, and gold doesn't really matter anymore. So, really impressive stuff for them to be fighting back this hard. Poor Sushi, even though he had a really rough game and rough start, he's kind of come back and done very well for himself. Even though his KDA is pretty atrocious, he's landed a ton of stuns and done a lot of work for his team. They're picking out Fiddlesticks, Meow Meow W purr. 11, 2, and 10 have been absolutely monstrous on this Fiddlesticks pickup. CCO's caught. This could be it. One support down so far isn't that bad for Black Turtles, though. If they can all get out alive, they do. CCO has a 45-second respawn timer. So Sratstars might not want to dive. Gimpy Setter gets stunned back, but has Guardian Angel. That's going to be really, really rough. Malphite going to split push this top lane, but the ping coming out, we need you now. CCO respawns in 25 seconds. Ezreal ultimate basically cleared most of the wave, and Turret should be able to get the rest. Has full CDR now, actually, so... Or no, he's still missing, Interesting, he went Essence Reaver, but didn't go blue build, doesn't have more mana, and doesn't have Iceborne Gauntlet. So it doesn't have 40% CDR. CCO has respawned, and Malphite is going back. 3-man stun coming out of Poor Sushi once again. But Binding lands. Poor Sushi taking solo, zones himself to stay alive. Bubble coming out, he has to flash the ult, and Meow Meow Purr is on Akimata. Will he go down? Yes, Meow Meow Purr unstoppable now, as he's looking for more kills, and this is probably the game. Sratstars with one final team fight. Meow Meow Purr. Zonius himself gets shut down, though, by Poor Sushi. 4v4 situation, actually. Somehow, Black Turtles might be able to fight. No, Poor Sushi dies in the mid lane. I'm not sure if that was a disconnect or just a misplay. Binding lands onto Gaz123, and I'm Joshua going to try and kill him. Gaz123 so tanky, though, still goes down. Bubble lands onto 4-0 POP. And I'm sure we see the GGs come out. One last bind, but I don't think he's going to be able to kill Malphite. He's pretty tanky. 44 minutes in, though. 7-7, now 8-7. Sratstars take down Black Turtles and help themselves get closer to the playoffs.